Why is everyone buying these tinnitus eardrops? I'm Dr. Ben Thompson, audiologist and tinnitus specialist, and I wanted to see if this popular treatment for ringing in the ears does anything. These are the ring relief eardrops for tinnitus symptoms. They cost around $7 and they have over 1,000 reviews on Amazon. These eardrops claim to temporarily relieve ringing, buzzing, roaring, chirping, pounding, or discomfort. These drops are made by a company called The Relief Products, and I gave them a call. They explained to me that these drops are a very popular product. Their #1 best-selling product for tinnitus. It's been in most major retailers since 2008, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens. Then my phone call with them got fairly interesting. I started to press them on whether they had any scientific evidence to support this product, and what kind of active compounds are designed to treat tinnitus. As an audiologist, I was fairly disappointed in that call because any company that's selling a product for tinnitus, claiming to provide relief for ringing and other sounds, should be able to provide scientific evidence for why this solution would work. However, I was still hopeful to get to the bottom of this to see if these eardrops really work. To properly use these eardrops, I gently pulled my earlobe out and up to straighten the ear canal. I carefully put the recommended number of drops into my ear canal. I gently pushed on the ear flap to help move the liquid in deeper, and I kept my head down for at least a minute or two so the solution could fully coat my ear canal and eardrum. I followed those instructions for each ear. Now these eardrops claim to have 8 active ingredients, each of which specifically targets a tinnitus symptom. The company claims that St. John's wort, which can have serious interactions with other medications, is used for nerve sensitivity. And salicylicum acidum, which is the active ingredient in dandruff shampoo and used to remove warts, targets ringing and buzzing. These are all homeopathic supplements containing a very low dose of each ingredient. After careful scientific review, there was no specific evidence to support that any of these ingredients has been shown to stop tinnitus. But even if these ingredients did help tinnitus, there's one big problem. They only reach the eardrum. You're looking at a full diagram of the ear. There are 3 main parts. The first part is the ear canal leading to the eardrum. When you put eardrops in your ear, they go all the way to the eardrum, but they don't continue on. Before we continue figuring out why these eardrops may be helping some people, I want to share a message of hope that you can find lasting relief from tinnitus. Here's James, who got help from my team at Treble Health. He said, "Within just 1 month, my tinnitus symptoms significantly reduced, leading to a 75% improvement in 9 months, restoring control and hope in my life."
Eventually, your brain refiles your tinnitus, and that's what's happened to me. It feels like my brain has put it in a back filing cabinet somewhere, and I know it's still there. If I really listen for it, it's there, but it's in the background, and it doesn't affect me like it did in the beginning.
The second part of the ear system are the middle ear bones and the cochlea, the hearing organ. Sound waves are able to pass through all parts of the hearing system. However, eardrops, they get stuck in the ear canal and they're not able to pass through the eardrum. For a vast majority of cases, we have high confidence that the cause of tinnitus is the relationship between the small cells in the cochlea and the nerve that connects eventually to the auditory brain. James is a great example of how to get help for tinnitus. He reached out to our team.
The most important advice I could give anybody, just 2 words: keep moving, figuratively and literally.
Everything at Treble Health starts with a complimentary telehealth consultation where you can speak with an audiologist like me, and we put a treatment plan together for you. Tinnitus is a phantom sound from the auditory brain, and it's often linked all the way back to the cochlea, that hearing organ. The sound you're hearing in your ears or your head, just know that it's not set in stone. There's hope and there's ways for you to reduce the perception and loudness of tinnitus in a vast majority of cases. When I put those eardrops in my ear, they reached my eardrum, but they did not reach my cochlea and they did not reach my auditory brain. At Treble Health, we know that everyone is different in their journey to find tinnitus treatment, so we've built 3 ways for you to get help. First, call us at the number above. We have people standing by to help you. Second, schedule a complimentary telehealth consultation. Or third, take the tinnitus quiz to learn more about your symptoms. You can find the links below or search Treble Health to learn more. With the knowledge we have, it's clear that tinnitus is coming from the brain and the connected nervous system just as much as it is coming from the ear. Now, let's look at examples for some people who have claimed that these eardrops have worked very well for them. Holly's public review on Amazon states, "I trust this company, so when this awful ringing started in my left ear, I thought I would try their ring relief. After a few days, the ringing has almost subsided. Thank you for making this wonderful product." And Rahaf left a review that said, "Impressed. Last night I put one drop and slept peacefully." If those individuals were sitting next to me, I would break out my little scope and look in their ear canal to understand, number one, are they having a swimmer's ear or some sort of ear canal infection? And number two, is their earwax blocking their ear? Those could be causes of temporary tinnitus, and some eardrops may be able to help with those root causes. In my experience, eardrops will only help a very small percentage of people with tinnitus because for most people, it does not address the root cause of the issue. Look, I understand why these are popular. People are desperate. They have ringing in their ears or their head, and they've already gone to local doctors and they've been told there's not much they can do. So they go on the internet, online forums, they reach out for any help they can get. And even if something like this could help them 10%, they might try it. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but it's really important that you understand this. You have to be skeptical towards quick fix tinnitus solutions like these eardrops that don't require FDA approval. I know it can feel hopeless when you've had relentless noises in your ears or head for months, but I've seen countless people get better after seeking evidence-based treatment. These eardrops, forget them. Instead, talk to a specialized audiologist and subscribe to this channel.